Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, May 15th. I don't know why that makes me smile, but it does. Seasonal focus says flowers announce the promise of fruit, and the morning focus is the angel of air. Sorry, the morning focus is the angel of water. The deepening hold water in your bowl as you read. This is my bowl of water. Sometime this day, share it with a friend, tea, or sprinkle a loved one. If I started flicking water on my mother, do you think that would go over well? Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, meditation. A wave of the ocean glides over the sea and crashes upon the shore. My body dances over the meadow and joyfully leaps in the air. Is the wave still not one with the ocean? Am I not one with all? Can I separate myself from my source when that wellspring flows deep within me and not on some distant mountain? How beautiful. Today, I will bring the spirit of my divine nature to watering the plants. I will tell my mom that I'll water the plants today, and I'm going to use my bowl of water to sprinkle the plants because I love the plants. Probably better than trying to flick my mother with water. No torturing of the mother today. Today, my feelings are I'm actually excited about today. I just woke up with a little pep in my step, as they say, and it's quite rainy over here. So, exercise is going to include my rebounder, exercises late this evening, and yoga on the mat. Yoga every damn day. All right. So let us see what Magdalene has. We are now to lesson 135. I defend myself. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Okay, this is going to be interesting. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Greetings, beloveds. When you practice the ability to let go and let God, as it is said, what you have done is released yourself from the stronghold that the egoic mind has placed upon you, that you have ultimately placed upon yourself by using your own will. And what you will find is that in letting go, there is indeed nothing to defend. When you think of my beloved, meaning Yeshua, of all that he was accused of, there was never a moment of defense. There was only acceptance, knowing that there was a plan, knowing that there was God in the midst of all that occurred. And if you can allow yourself to follow his example, if you can allow yourself to see yourself as not needing to defend anything, and when something triggers you, when something makes you mad, when something upsets you and hurts you, understand that it is only the ego that is being shaken. As it awakens and it says, I must have my revenge. I must protect myself from this perceived wrong and this wrongdoer. I must hold this grievance. I must shout from the highest rooftops. Look at what has been done to me in the eyes of all that is holy. Allow yourself instead today, beloveds, to come to a position of stillness, to know that there is nothing that needs to be defended. There is nothing that needs to be planned. There are no provisions that you need to take. You do not need to store anything, for everything that you will ever need, indeed, will be provided. You must consider what aspect of mind it is that believes that you can be attacked, that believes that there are things that need to be defended, and allow yourself instead today, beloveds, to come to a position of grace. And within that grace, come to see that in defending yourself, it comes from a mind that believes in attack, and there is nothing that needs to be defended. For the truth is only that of love. So lay down the weapons of war, beloveds. Lay down all the planning and the plotting and the grieving and the deceiving and all of the things that you have done that have allowed you to forget that you are indeed as God created you. And God created you as God. So how could there be anything that you want or anything that you need? Allow the body to function as the body functions. And as you continue to heal and clear your mind of any thoughts that you have had, that this illusion is real for you, You will come to see that in that clarity, there is a field of pure golden light that is God's love. Allow yourself to bathe within that, beloved ones, and you will find that the armor will fall, and the walls will fall, and all defenses will fall, and you will see that there is only love, for that is indeed the truth of you and the truth of all beings. So allow yourself today, beloveds, to bathe within this stillness as you find these two precious 15 minutes of time to rest, and rest in the peace of knowing that you and your Creator are one. Rest in the peace of knowing that there is nothing to defend and there is nothing that can attack. And loose yourself from the belief system that there was ever anything that could be harmed. For you are as real as you were upon the day of your creation. And all that you were ever meant to do, beloveds, is return to love, return to light, return to your divinity and to your holiness and to the spectacular creation that you are. Go with our love, go with our blessings, and when you need, call to us, and we will remind you of the truth of you, beloveds, the truth of you that is the purity of God's light and God's love. So blessings to you today, beloveds, and we will speak with you again. What we have for you today in this moment of time is what we have for you always, beloveds, which is love. And the reminder that what you consider to be something separate from you, separate than you, something that exists outside of you, is a misinterpretation. It is a misunderstanding, shall we say. Understand that within the mind, when the mind apprehends an image, it is upside down and it must be translated to be right side up. When you look inside of a mirror, when you look at your own visage, understand it is backwards to how everyone else perceives you. So if you come to understand that everything is upside down and backwards, it is a very good place to start. Your mind must then transition. You must allow yourself to see things differently. And beloveds, this would help you greatly in your daily living if you come to understand that your mind has been brainwashed, has been given the directive to exist within this very small portion of the brain that is the beta frequency, that is the active mind, that is the noise and the ninth sense. Beloveds, the reason we are extending these to 15 minutes of just being in pure stillness is we are asking you to expand how it is that you have perceived life. We're asking you to take everything that you have looked out upon and said, I am not this. I do not belong to this. I didn't have anything to do with this. And to actually embrace it and to bring it within, to recognize that it is indeed an aspect of you. It couldn't be no other way, beloved. So when you think that you need to defend something, understand what you are creating is a consciousness that said that there is something to be protected from. There is something to fear. And there is not, beloveds. All is well, all is safe, all is pure when you come from within, when you turn towards your heart. And this is where we are asking and directing you to go, beloved ones. It is much easier than you think. We love you. We are with you always. We thank you. And we will speak with you.